Welcome to KAWPS the podcast. Me and Ashton, we're hanging in there. Glad y'all can join.
But we here. I love Joffrey's announcement voice. Welcome to KAWPS the podcast.
Yeah.
And they don't talk like that.
I don't. Yeah. Once we start actually going, I'll be stuttering through my riffs. But for now, the intro, they're like, wow, this guy's good at talking.
Whoa. Get him a show. Get this man.
This guy can host a podcast.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, this is our little, let's start I don't got to explain it every fucking time. Let's start with the headline roundup of the week, starting with cop in Cooper City, Florida, shoots and kills a teenager who had already shot himself. R.I.P. Boston Casano.
Cop in Cobb County, Georgia, kills a driver in a hit and run. R.I.P. Terrell Loudermilk.
ICE cops chase a man into traffic where he was fatally hit by a car. R.I.P. Roberto Carlos Montoya Valdez.
Cop in Atlanta arrested for sexual assaults.
Cop in Kenosha, Wisconsin is facing a federal lawsuit for sexually assaulting a woman while she was in the hospital emergency room.
Bail bond cop in Indianapolis convicted of human sex trafficking for extorting jailed women for sex in exchange for their bond.
Cop in Georgetown University is charged with having sex with the victim of a domestic violence case he was investigating while on duty.
Cop in Cobb County, Georgia, arrested for distributing of child sex abuse material.
Cop in Las Vegas released body cam footage of an officer punching a woman in the face.
School cop in Spring Hill, Tennessee, violently restrains a 6-year-old girl.
Cops in South Bend, Indiana, defend body cam footage of excessive force on a teenage girl.
Cop in New York caught on tape using excessive force on a teenage boy.
Cop in Wisconsin abuses his baby, causing a brain bleed in the infant.
Cop in Riverview, Florida, arrests a pregnant woman for filming him under Florida's new HALO law.
Cop in Detroit arrested for domestic violence.
Cop in Centralia, Missouri, arrested for domestic violence.
Cops in New York arrest 22-year-old and 15-year-old pro-Palestine protesters after they were beaten by Egyptian security officials armed with chains and sticks at the UN headquarters in New York.
Cop in Miami arrested a bicyclist for touching their cruiser after they parked their cruiser in a bike lane.
ICE cops in New York arrest a 7-year-old girl and her mother who were then deported.
ICE cops in San Bernardino, California, opened fire at a vehicle containing a family.
ICE agents around the country continue to terrorize communities by violently arresting innocent mothers, fathers, and workers for deportation.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's the roundup. That's what they were on.
Yeah. A lot of tragic, same shit every week, unfortunately. And I always end up mentioning this, but I feel the need to mention it every week. But it's like a lot of these big stories that are big stories of like teenagers being killed, that guy being killed in a hit and run, the man who ran into traffic escaping ICE. It's like we get such little details of these stories initially, and it's usually not until like weeks go by later where we have enough details so we can like have like a real conversation about them. And at this point, usually, unfortunately, the headline is pretty much all the info we have. And then we have just little nonsense like in Miami. Literally, Miami. Cops arrest a bicyclist for touching their cruiser after they parked their cruiser in a bike lane. It's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah. They parked in a bike lane. This guy in a bike had to drive around a SUV in the bike lane and was being careful because he had a foot of space and put his hand on the car to lean against it for a second. And they fucking arrested him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate cyclists too, my nigga, but that's the way to...
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. What?
Yeah.
How are you not immediately... What judge is going to be like, actually, I'm an asshole? I mean, there's probably plenty of fucking asshole judges, but damn, that's some asshole shit. I feel like Cobb County was going in this week.
Cobb County, that's pretty much Atlanta, right outside Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
so big week for Georgia police.
Kill a driver and fucking... but still got time to distribute child sex abuse material.
Always. If you really love something, you'll find a way to make time, and that is police with child sex abuse material. We now know the term to use because of the police constantly distributing it. So
I will
thank
say
you.
it's that's the one time child sex abuse material appears on the list, which is I'm gonna say a birthday wish because usually this list is just child sex. Like the list is just riddled with cops having child sex abuse. Yeah, I think this is genuinely like the first time in a minute. Maybe I wasn't here last week, but only one child sex abuse.
Yeah, we had like 3 or 4 last week.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's it. I know this.
Sometimes this. What's so sad about this podcast? Sometimes I like when I do like my little process for research that I just do hit all the beats, and then I'll have the list, and there's not a single story. I'll be like, really? And then I'll do some more Googling. I'm like, all right, there it is. Put it in. No. I'm like, this feels weird. It just feels. This is one of this undertaking is one of the strangest undertakings.
You're that meme where the guy's digging for diamonds.
Yeah, exactly. Turn around. No, there was 4 actually.
Wait, you were
just a few more pages of Googling. You would have met your weekly quota of cops meeting their weekly quotas. Anyways, what are we talking about today? Well, we will be discussing on today's episode, on our main episode, another cop caught lying about being attacked, a cop wife spying on her cop husband, and the mysterious case of the police-issued gun that fires at random.
And on the Patreon, $5 a month. Give us some 5 stars, please. Help us out. 5 on 5, all that shit. On Patreon, we talk about the latest update on the license plate reader camera company, Flock, and their collaboration with ICE. And we talk about the current epidemic of cops shooting cops. Epidemic?
Epidemic could be anything.
Epidemic sounds like a problem.
Look, I want our boys in blue our boys and women in blue to be safe out there.
No, it's pretty funny actually. No.
I was like, it's on the Patreon because it's like, okay, cops are shooting each other. It's like, does that really belong on our podcast? It's the podcast about what cops are doing to us. Yeah. And then I was like, let's put it on the Patreon. We can talk about it.
Self-inflicted wounds. These cops are abusing their. They're creating victims unnecessarily.
Yeah. Look, it's a dangerous job, is what we're saying. When you're a cop, you're surrounded by cops.
Oh my God.
It's a dangerous. People don't respect the dangers of the job.
Yeah.
Now, before we dive into today's stories, we got some updates on previous stories, which I like when we get to do this on our show. It shows you listen to our show. We'll keep you updated on all the various strands of nonsense that we unwind doing this podcast. So the first we'll be talking about. Now, this is one of the first stories we covered, and still one of the craziest stories we've covered of in Kentucky, the sheriff that shot to death the judge in his quarters, which started, investigating that story. Reporters started to really unravel some crazy shit involving the judge being involved in a sextortion scandal where one of the cops was exchanging basically freedom of these female inmates in exchange for sex.
Jesus.
Turns out the judge was apparently involved in that. And why did the sheriff shoot the judge? We don't exactly know. But Ashton, you brought this up. We were talking on the phone, so I looked into it. Apparently, on camera, that shows the sheriff calling his daughter from the judge's phone. Mm-hmm. We don't know exactly why, but we know this judge was a creep. And that was right before he shot this judge to death multiple times. So who is this sheriff? What's going on? We don't exactly know. But the update is that more victims are now coming out. And I don't see any really need to share the details, but more of the type of terrible details you might imagine of victims coming forth. This girl says she was a teenager when she was first having encounters with this judge who's now dead. So adding more to this to the picture being painted. But as this story really starts to unfold, we'll definitely cover it because it's a really crazy thing going on in this small town in Kentucky. And our next update, this was a more fun story of a few weeks ago we covered a Chicago cop apparently vacationing in Arizona. I don't know why anyone would choose to do that, but he was on vacation. He was off work. He was in Arizona when he was pulled over and arrested by Arizona cops for screeching his tires
Flexing
too loud.
Too hard on these hoes. He was stunting on these niggas.
He was a black man. He was a black man in a Hellcat, in Arizona. That is a crime in Arizona.
Whoa. It's a powerful niggatry at work here today. What's happening? We have to do something. And it to be a cop? Damn.
Yeah, so they arrested the wrong black guy for existing because this black guy happened to exist as a cop. Now the update is they're facing a lawsuit. So we got a cop v. cop showdown. And, you know, if I had to pick a cop, I'm choosing the black cop from Chicago if I had to pick one, which we don't have to pick one, but I am picking one, and I'm picking this guy.
I mean, I hate this guy for having a Hellcat, you basic ass bitch. Like, bro, grow up. You fucking.
He's living the dream, bro.
Oh, he's living of an 18-year-old.
Still, it's a dream. All right, I'll rephrase. He's not living the dream. He's living a dream.
He's like one of them dudes. This is like Eric Adams cops vibes. This is like gross.
It is.
I don't like this dude at all. He's like at the clubs party. I know the after spots. I imagine.
Let's go hang out with this bald-headed guy.
I know this dude is bald. I know he's fucking just an asshole. But yeah.
And then lastly, this is the most recent update, meaning this is just a story we covered a couple weeks ago of the state of Maine, Jamaican immigrant officer who was rounded up by ICE and detained. He was shipped off to fucking Louisiana, and the update is that he's self-deporting.
When you say that, you understand like TikTok probably don't think you mean he suicided himself or some shit.
Yeah, he self-deported himself into the afterlife.
Much as he's self-deported.
No, it's a thing you do. You leave the country.
He killed himself?
No, he didn't. He's leaving on his own volition because, and that's what should be in quotes, he's self-deporting. Is he self-deporting?
No.
It was his own decision.
Yeah.
He decided out of the clear blue sky. I think I've had it with this country.
Give me all your money. Actually, I'm choosing.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not giving you anything. You're not telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm giving you my money. Okay.
So, you know, there's nothing funny about what ICE is doing.
I mean,
but yeah, it's a cop.
Yeah, look. It's never, I don't know what to say.
I feel for him.
Yeah.
I feel for
ICE
all the
is
victims of ICE, people just coming over to this country to try to have a better life. The same thing we're all doing, trying to live. And it's really crazy what's happening right now with Trump. Trump really trying to outdo the Democrats, and he's doing it. He's doing it. And it's really sad.
It feels like, it's like,
I feel like a lawyer right now. No. It is sad and bad.
It's like if
that's my stance.
A Sith Lord started killing stormtroopers. I don't know, and we're supposed to feel bad for like, oh man, the stormtroopers are getting it too. I don't give a fuck.
Stormtroopers got little stormtrooper families.
I don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck? You should have been a stormtrooper, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad I just want to say for our presidents, how on top of shit, we were talking about the judge story.
Yeah.
Way before niggas was going viral. Way before videos of Peter Griffin coming on camera and shooting a judge.
Yeah.
What the
That's
fuck?
a giant dude.
Mad, all you see is big ass. Hey.
Yeah.
Put
the gun away, bro. You don't need a gun.
What you want? I ain't got no sandwiches, nigga. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sad. I mean, listen, damn.
Let's go in. Let's go into today's stories. Let's stop living in the past. What do we got today? Well, we'll be going to Jefferson County, Colorado. I'll be reading here an article from ABC7. Staunton State Park stabbing incident was an elaborate hoax, and ranger is arrested, sheriff's office says. Hell of a headline. The stabbing of a seasonal park ranger at Staunton State Park on Tuesday was an elaborate hoax, authorities said, and that ranger, who remains in the hospital, was arrested on several charges. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office announced on Thursday afternoon that it had finalized a warrant for the arrest of Callum Heskett, 26, on several felony and misdemeanor charges. He was arrested on Thursday, but is still in the hospital. During the investigation, authorities noticed inconsistencies in his story and found his online searches regarding abdominal arteries and stab wounds. Quote, "Today, we arrested what we thought to be of the victim in our stabbing from Stanton State Park," Jackie Kelly, public information officer for the sheriff's office, told Denver 7 in a Thursday interview. He was arrested as a suspect after he created an elaborate hoax to involve himself in what turned out to be a self-inflicted wound.
Damn. He actually stabbed himself.
He stabbed himself.
Damn. That sucks. It's like,
That's crazy. Like we covered this. Apparently it happens. We covered a few months ago. Cop in New York shot himself in the leg. Said it was a dark-skinned male. Hilarious. So that's crazy
this
enough.
Dude was in Colorado. So
this guy's dark-skinned male. They would have been like, Jeff.
We've seen him.
He's already in jail.
We have eyes on him at all moments.
Yeah.
He can't be possibly
Jeff
stabbed.
is locked up, so we know he didn't stab
That's
you.
impossible. We've had eyes on Jeff since he entered the state of Colorado.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking, it's like when you want to call into work, so you say you somebody stabbed you. And your boss like, send me a doctor's note. He's like, fuck.
I mean, he did stab himself.
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
That's what they do at the end of Scream when they just start stabbing themselves. Be like, no one will ever think it was me. All right.
If a cop stabbing himself, at first I assume that it's like Japanese ritualistic shame ritual.
As you should.
I'm like, all right.
You should. You've dishonored
Cop
your
engaging
family.
in seppuku.
Yeah, good. Everybody else take note.
But no, he apparently, it's like classic.
In his abdomen?
In his abdomen.
And then he had no. Then I was reading. Were you done reading? We
got a lot left on this article. Yeah, let's keep going. Before he worked with CPW, Heskett was a law enforcement officer with the Lafayette Police Department. This incident began around 9 a.m. Tuesday, when the Jeffcom 911 dispatch communication center received a call to help a Colorado Parks and Wildlife CPW ranger at Staunton State Park. The person who called, another CPW employee, said Heskett had used his radio to contact the employee and reported that he was in a, quote, physical confrontation with a suspect on Old Mill Trail in the park, according to an arrest affidavit for Heskett. The other employee told authorities that he heard Heskett say statements like, "Get back," and "he's fighting me," over the radio. The document reads.
Crowd work. I mean, he's doing object work and just improv.
Yeah, he's on the radio. Pull. He just hit me. Oh, my God.
Boing.
He's going to F5 me. He's going to he just F5'd me. Oh, my God.
Is that where they're on top of the fucking ropes and they just elbow?
Yeah.
Jump down.
He's doing the people's elbow on me.
Oh, no.
Someone stop him.
I'm being strangled.
Bow! It's like
That's
Batman caption.
Bang,
Bow!
boom.
Boom! Bap! Guy's like, sounds pretty bad out there.
Oh my God, what's that backup?
That guy's banging him up and powering him up pretty badly.
He's doing fucking voices. You'll never stop me, cover. No.
I'm gonna go.
You'll never get away from the Colorado State Police. Man, well, say.
He stabbed me, but I'm fighting through it. I'm fighting. Should I run after him? No, just stay there. All right, I'll stay. I wanted to chase after him, but he's too strong. He's a white guy. He's not dark skinned. He's a white guy. He's so strong.
It was me, socialist man, here to take over Colorado. It's like building a village. You'll see. There'll be non-binary they thems all over the city. I'll stop you. Not with this stab wound.
He stabbed me. Oh my God, the blood's everywhere. Oh no, it hurts.
A woke bomb and then smoke disappears. I can't describe it. It was a he or she. That's why I can't describe him. It was a non-binary person. I don't know. Stay them. Is that multiple? Is it one? I don't know. It was a them.
All right, let's see. As deputies made their way to the park, they heard on the radio that Heskett had been stabbed in his long detailed act out. When authorities arrived, they found Heskett kneeling in a grassy area along the service road. A deputy saw that Heskett was holding a 3 to 4 inch pocket knife, which appeared to have been stabbed into his lower left abdomen.
Oh
the
my
affidavit
God,
read.
commitment, bro. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Jesus Christ.
And he
man.
was kneeling there waiting for. He truly was in his Batman mode. Like he might as well had a cape on. He's there waiting for them, kneeling with a stab wound.
It's like he knew like the fact, I will say, holy shit, he knew. That sounds some John Wick shit where like John Wick shot. I'm not spoilers, but one of the movies, one of the characters gets shot, but in the perfect space to where they can just bleed out and not die. And it's like this cop knew, if I stab my left ventricle, I'll dodge a vein.
The evil live got me, but if I use my uniform to tie it up and I kneel like this right now,
nothing but non-threatening veins and organs. So that's crazy. I'm like, nigga, I can't fucking. He stabbed himself, bro. I can't fake give myself a paper cut. I could never.
Yeah,
I don't even
dude.
like how he.
I can't look at it when someone gives me a shot.
Dude, that's like.
I have to look away. I'm a big boy,
like,
but I have to look away.
You can't even like. They say you can't bite through your own skin.
Yeah.
Shit like that. This dude stabbed himself.
Yeah, I mean, it is impressive.
That's some levels of like Zen masterful. Actually, it could be he's so stupid that he's able to. It's not even numbing your mind.
His brain doesn't have that mechanism.
Like,
He could just do it.
There's nothing there. There's no pain. There's no. My pain is nothing but a sensation of the mind.
Yeah.
And
if I stab myself, everyone will think that I'm so cool that I got stabbed by a six foot five lib white guy.
That's the thing that I think he was just so stupid because he was like, step 1, stab myself. Step 2, I'll figure that out after I do step 1, I guess.
Step 3, bitches.
Yes.
It's always step 3
3
bitches with these fucking cops, dude.
Literally.
At the scene, Heskett told the responders that he had been traveling up the service road in a CPW Jeep when he saw a man hunched over near a tree, so he stopped to check in on him. He claimed that the man stood up, cursed about the police, charged at him, grabbed his pocket knife, and stabbed him, the affidavit reads. Heskett told deputies he was able to deploy pepper spray, and after that, the man fled into the woods. At some point during the altercation, Heskett said the suspect punched him in the back of his head and took him to the ground, the affidavit read.
Jesus Christ.
Which, that's crazy that this is your made-up story. Like, I'm going to be real, this dude beat my ass.
Yeah.
This dude knows Taekwondo or something. Because I was using my pepper spray, but he was punching me in the back of the head. He stabbed me, pulled out with my own pocket knife. He stabbed me, and then he got away.
Crazy. And then they like sent us like a manhunt.
Wait, yeah. We're getting there.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. He provided a description of the man to authorities. Heskett was brought to an Air Life helicopter, which transported him to a nearby hospital for surgery. The wound was about 1 to 1.5 inches deep, according to the affidavit. That is pretty fucking deep, I would say. It seems like, look, I'm not a knife wound expert, but if I'm stabbing myself, I'll be impressed if I get to 1.5 inches.
Jesus.
At the hospital,
Crazy.
a crime scene analyst collected DNA buccal swabs from Heskett. After this,
It's buccal, but okay.
buccal swabs.
Yeah,
Buccal
the
swabs.
girls are getting rid of it, so they won't be able to collect.
Oh, yes. Yeah, from their... Okay.
Actually, so criminals, you might want to start doing buccal fat removal.
Yeah.
That way,
That way you could stab yourself and get away with it.
And look cute, great doing it.
Who would stab this perfectly symmetrical creature? Haskett told authorities he remembered the suspect was wearing a glove, the affidavit says. So let me back up, because that's pretty funny. At the hospital, a crime scene analyst collected DNA buccal swabs from Haskett. After this, he told authorities he remembered the suspect was wearing a glove. So basically, they were like, "Oh wait, we're gonna get DNA evidence from this pocket knife, so we could catch the guy's fingerprints." And he was like, "Oh, he was wearing a glove."
Damn. Damn.
This is his. By the way, they keep saying elaborate hoax. I think they were using the word elaborate pretty
Yeah,
liberally.
you mean his
here. I mean,
fucking
what is this fucking elaborate about
scam?
stabbing
Yeah,
yourself?
and then being like, OJ did it.
Exactly.
Fucking being like-
He didn't even plan the part where they're gonna test for fingerprints.
That's right. Step one, stab myself. Step two, OJ.
Exactly. This is a two-step plan at most. Elaborate should not be used at all in the ballpark of this hoax.
This man did not think out a plan. Plan
Yeah.
involves multiple.
Not every hoax has to be elaborate.
Yo, this dude did not get a.
This was a simple hoax. This
He
was
was
a dumbass hoax. That's how this should be described. You forgot about fingerprints?
Nigga was caught red-handed just because he didn't think about the fingerprint.
He had on a glove, one glove.
Damn, dog.
Meanwhile, at the park, the search for the alleged suspect had started, with crews on the ground and in the air. 2 people were temporarily detained and later released. Yeah, 2 fucking white guys, of course.
Just fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Just some bearded dude living in the forest.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fucking off the grid. I was simply.
Who did you vote for?
Yeah.
Look, I'm just out here.
I was just simply boiling my pot of urine to clean my water, and then bam, 4 state troopers slammed me into my plate.
That's how I also look at people from Colorado. White dudes in the woods doing stuff with their pee, all the stuff you don't need to be doing.
I was simply praying to the forest effigy pan, and then boom, 6 state trooper. I don't fucking know what forest guys do. That's some shit I would probably do when I live in the forest.
2 people were temporarily detained and then released after authorities determined they were not connected with the stabbing. Quote, the mobilization of these resources significantly disrupted the involved agency's ability to respond to other calls for service, the affidavit reads. A lookout alert was sent to 8,600 homes in the area. Multiple schools were also put on lockout status, meaning students were kept inside and nobody was allowed to come in. The sheriff's office said later Tuesday that they believed this was a targeted attack.
Dude, that is so insane. I saw the news reports, because there's 2 news reports. One from 4 days ago where they're like, manhunt is on the rise as we look for a man who's suspected of stabbing a police officer. And then the one that came out like 2 days ago, that was like, oh, whoopsies, elaborate hoax, gone too far by police. Or like, it's just like, they downplay the most insane behavior by the cops.
Yeah.
This isn't a fucking Scooby-Doo prank. I don't know what the fuck. Like, this isn't like, this is, he should be fired.
Exactly.
Like, this is obvious. Like, it's always with cops where there's actual crazy investigation instead of just being like, nigga, I see you.
Yeah.
Instant out of here.
Yeah.
There's always like this buffer between them and getting fired. Ain't no buffer.
And they always investigate themselves. All right, we investigated it, and he was
found-
lying. It was a hoax, but we decided he did stab himself. That does suck.
He's gonna take
we're going to give him paid administrative leave for him to take care of that really brutal, horrible injury he went through.
Teach a 6-week course on how not to stab yourself, and if you do stab yourself,
Exactly.
he's gonna teach officers where the best places to fake stab themselves. So we can.
Let's see. Investigators reviewed the body-worn camera footage from the deputies at the scene and noted that Heskett did not appear to have any grass or dirt stains on his back, something they found unusual since he had said the suspect tackled him to the ground. He did have a dirt stain on his knee and had been kneeling when authorities first arrived. They also did not notice any wounds to his head. The footage did show him appearing to send texts and possibly taking a photo or video with his phone, the affidavit reads. On Tuesday evening, a CPW investigators told authorities that Heskett had shown him, other CPD employees, and his parents videos he took on his cell phone that depicted his wound and parts of the helicopter ride to the hospital, the affidavit said. The morning after the incident, deputies went to the hospital to talk with Heskett again. He explained the stabbing incident once more and told him that he took the video of his wound in case it was helpful for the investigation. When asked, he said he took a video inside the helicopter because he had never been in one before. He provided written consent for authorities to search his phone. Basically, he told authorities that he did it for the gram.
Yeah. It's content, bro. Content, dude. I'm bleeding out. It was a vibe. I'm like fucking.
Yeah, it was
kinda
cool.
Numb on pain pills and fucking on a helicopter. I had to capture the moment, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've just fucking stabbed myself. I mean, I've just been stabbed by a 6 foot tall white guy.
What if this was my last moments? You know, that's so. They didn't even like. That's nothing. That was just them being petty. And then also you fucking filmed content. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, none of it adds up. I mean, like
Loser.
he didn't have any grass stains on his back. He didn't have any wounds to his head. Just like terribly thought out hoax, bro. You gotta do better.
Yeah.
Do better at hoaxes, cops.
I think
It's
sometimes they're
pathetic.
not. Yeah, they're like you said. They're not hoaxes. They're just a stupid decision. A hoax isn't a dumb decision. A hoax is like a plan.
Yeah,
A scheme.
exactly.
This nigga didn't scheme at all. He just.
It just goes to show the lack of respect for the public that they
yeah,
have.
He's like, yeah.
You really think we're all dumbasses?
We are a little. We are. President's a whole ass.
We
pedo-
allowed this to happen to us.
Listen, President's a pedophile. This nigga just said, no, I'm not. We have all the evidence that you're a pedophile. No. And then now he's just not a pedophile. So
Yeah.
I get this guy. He's like looking around, seeing the landscape. He's like, I get it.
Yeah.
But, you know, we paying attention to you. That's great. We looking at you. We let the big pedophile hoax slide or like scheme slide, but this one, nah.
When authorities question why Heskett, they keep spelling his name in two different ways. Sorry, that's why I keep pronouncing it differently. When authorities question why Heskett only mentioned the suspect wearing a glove after he was asked for a sample of DNA, he had no explanation. This guy really cannot think on his feet. I got nothing. An investigator asked if he had stabbed himself, and he denied doing so.
Did you do this?
No.
Just flat out, man. Did you do this shit yourself? No, man. What? Nah. Why would you ask me that? What?
Well, then why did you just now mention that he was wearing a glove?
Do you remember anything else about it? 'Cause they haven't given any description of this.
I looked it up. The description he gave was like a 6 foot tall white man.
Okay.
I was hoping for another dark skinned male
No,
just for
no,
continuity.
that's, you know,
it would have
he
warmed
did-
my heart.
He did think that out. He's like, I can't say. I gotta be one of these goofy looking motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the middle of the Colorado
Come
State
on, bro.
Park. I
That
mean,
is-
let's be
come
real.
I gotta make
Let's
it
be
somebody
real.
he'll never find. White. He could be any of us.
A white liberal
With
guy.
glove.
He hated the police. That's always the funniest part. He hated the cops. He stabbed me because he hated the cops. An analysis of his phone records showed that he had made several searches online regarding how deep arteries are in the lower abdomen and abdominal anatomy. One search read, quote, $1 million for each time you get stabbed, according to the document. All right, if there's one lesson we can learn, extrapolate from covering these stories every week of these criminal cops, is that if you're gonna do a crime, don't Google your crime.
So it's like, do they not recognize? I don't know how they cop and then not recognize that they take other people's when they're when they're investigating other people.
Yes. When they're violating the privacy rights of the public.
What makes you think your privacy rights won't be violated? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
You use the tool and it gets used on you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for. Insane that you just. It's like you don't even go to a public library and type that shit on like some anonymous computer, not to give niggas advice.
Yeah.
But that's so that you use your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Your literal. That's the first thing they're going.
And the shit you're typing is beyond stupid. $1 million for each time you get stabbed? That's not how that shit works. You don't get, this settlement is not per hole in your body.
Who is giving him this money? Why do you think
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you think you get money for being stabbed?
Exactly. We found his motive, you know. It's not the other guy. The other guy, he shot himself in the leg over a girl. And this guy is trying to get paid, but it's like,
That's
bro,
so-
it's a little bit more of a, I'll use the term elaborate process than just each stab wound is $1 million. I mean, we would love to live in that world, but we don't.
I'm like, has a cop ever been paid for getting stabbed? That's
Per stab wound?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, if I get stabbed 1,000 times, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, cops shoot innocent people and they don't get that much money. They're like, they have to like divvy that out amongst
Yeah.
like 20 people a
Exactly.
year or some shit. But we should move on because we're a little behind on time, I think.
Yeah. But shout out, wish a speedy recovery to however the fuck you pronounce that guy's name.
Yeah, goofy ass. What a goof. But we're going to go to San Diego with it. via the book of ABC 10. San Diego police officer accused of placing spy cameras in ex-husband's home.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, deeper.
Respect the
Yeah, I gotta
relationship, bro.
respect.
They were married.
Yeah, damn.
Their relationship was ordained by God.
Damn, yeah, they did bring God into this.
Mm-hmm.
Another, that's now they gonna need God. She meant to
God's
death.
like, why'd y'all bring me into this?
She's like, till death do us part, bitch. And I'm going. But let's tell y'all what's going on. San Diego via ABC 10. San Diego police officer accused of placing spy cameras in ex-husband's home. I mean, I know I don't gotta say it. When I say cops shouldn't date, you don't date cops, that also applies to fucking cops. That's also
Don't make it worse.
Yeah, you listen, fucking Mr. and Smith ass relationship. Just who's gonna? It's just a ticking time bomb to see who's gonna kill who first. Wait, if we both beat our spouses, who's getting the 40%?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what they're getting in the divorce. You get 20% of the beatings, and I get 20%. We split the beating, but. A San Diego police officer who made headlines over a decade ago for hacking the phone of another officer she was having an affair with is now accused of installing hidden cameras in her ex-husband's house. Team 10 has learned. Damn, already.
Yeah, already. It's like,
dude.
bro, this is like, come on, this is dating knowledge 101. Like, there has to be some like high value man podcaster type guy who's explaining this shit to you. That like, look, if you started seeing a girl and she was cheating on her man and now she's with you, she's going to cheat on you, bro. If you started seeing a girl who was hacking on her ex-boyfriend's cell phone, she's going to hack on your shit too, bro.
If she a cop, she talking to other dudes. That's already, okay? You think the IG models are talking to other girls? No, it's the cops that's always talking to other dudes. You got to avoid them, brothers. It just blows my mind that cops or these dudes aren't out here doing like mental background checks. They're just letting no one's doing psychological evaluations around the board.
Yeah, dude.
They're
not psychologically evaluated to get the job. They're definitely not gonna do that with their partner. These people do not believe in background checks to their core.
Psychically evaluated that ass. That's what I did. Fucking, that's so crazy. But
all right, let's keep going. Let's dive into this.
The officer denies the allegations, but a subpoena for her Amazon purchase history reveals she bought cameras, voice recorders, and GPS trackers, which were found in her ex-husband's home, according to the judge overseeing the case. She bought that shit, and it was in his house. Oh, my God. That's like another, like, if you date a cop, they are going to use all the tools available to them on you.
Yeah.
It's just like, of course they are. They're going to, you are now their number one enemy. Fuck the crackheads on the corner. This is like.
Clock out?
They have
You don't ever clock out in this business.
Like they don't recognize, I can hate somebody beyond just their race. It's you. I hate you physically. That's love is way strong.
And ordering spy equipment that you're going to illegally use to spy on Amazon, it strikes very similar to Googling how much money you get for a stab wound before stabbing yourself and then calling in a fake fight with you and a white guy and having schools around your city on lockdown.
And I'm mad because it's Amazon, and I just feel like it's just that fucking Spy Kids ass gear where it's just like the kid like fucking glasses zoom in with 9 different glasses and shit. It's just what kind of goofy ass spy equipment you buying off Amazon?
Dude. It's one step away from like TikTok shops. I'm like, oh, look at this.
Go into fucking Walmart and you're in the toy section. It's just like spy gear. Like all
Exactly.
The shit they sell to 11-year-olds. But no, continue. Yeah, no, I'm just like, of course just imagine your phone's being tapped. And it's like, not because they're trying to figure out if it's for guns. Just find out if you talking to other bitches. But veteran police officer Tyrell Cockrell, what a name, because they're cops, we're going to just call him Cockring. Tyrell Cockring made the stunning allegation in court documents filed last month in support of his restraining order request against his ex-wife, Stephanie Cockring. I am fearful of Stephanie and concerned about the close tabs she is keeping on me and my life through careful surveillance, he wrote. Tyler Cockring alleges he found a spy camera disguised as a USB charger in his La Mesa home back in 2021. He claims he found other cameras under his bed and beneath furniture. He provided screenshots to the court of his ex allegedly installing devices after she had moved out. I saw the news report. He had cameras spying on her. Bitch, I stay one step ahead. I'm spying on the spies who spying on me.
Dude, what a healthy relationship.
Oh, yeah, it's real. I've been spying on you the whole time. Sorry, checkmate. That's cool. Yeah, it is gas. So that, you two needed to break up, okay?
Yeah.
You needed what?
Yeah, this is a divorce we can get behind.
Yeah, whoa. Y'all,
no one's crying over this divorce.
It really is, Mr.
How could it have? If they can't figure it out, how could we figure it out?
Not the police. What?
The fucking spy versus spy ass marriage.
I'm saying it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith for real. Just two spies fucking going at each other. Tyler also claims in court documents that his mechanic found a magnetic box under his truck. She was about to diddy his ass, y'all. She was about to kid cutty his ass. Just boom, nigga. I am under the belief that Stephanie placed a tracker onto the magnet at one point in order to track my location. He wrote Stephanie, who was grilled under oath last week, denies the allegations. In response to the application for the restraining order, she called the allegations wild, unfounded, and unsubstantiated, which is exactly what you say when people are like, hey, are you spying on your fucking...
Yeah.
Did you fucking put spy gear?
Yes.
And is this your Amazon order full of spy gear?
These allegations, as I said 10 years ago when I was accused by my other ex-boyfriend for spying on him, these allegations are wild and unsubstantiated.
Now, those other allegations, yeah, I did that shit. Yeah, I was found to be guilty under a court of law.
Yeah. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't turn a spy into a girlfriend. I got nothing.
I mean, no, listen. Once a spy, always a spy.
Yeah.
You know, you can't turn them spying eyes off.
At the best, you get a double agent. But you can't get her to leave the game.
Oh my God. She's spying on... Are you spying on another man?
Yeah.
Are you seeing other people? I'm seeing multiple. She got binoculars.
Exactly.
I'm seeing
She's got her like 20 monitors up. He's like, wait, who's that guy? That's not me.
This bitch been spying on niggas behind my back.
She's got clip video footage of him showering, going to bed. She's like, do you love him? Do you love him? Just tell me that right now. Do you love him?
No, I just like to watch. I'm sorry. She got that shit Batman had in Dark Knight where Morgan Freeman's like, I can't work with you as long as you have this equipment. He's like, that's why I put the password in your name. You do love me.
Yeah. They're like, look, we promised we wouldn't go to bed angry at each other.
Just type in your name.
Full Batman costumes. All right, let's work this out before bed, honey.
So insane. Right.
God,
Okay.
dude, look. If anyone's going through a rough patch in their relationship, let this episode inspire you. You can work it out. It could get way worse. It could get way more weird and worse.
Yeah, your cop girlfriend could be spying on you. All right. Stephanie fought unsuccessfully in court to keep her Amazon purchases a secret before Bell granted Tyler's request for a subpoena. Stephanie told the judge Tyler knew the cameras were installed in his home and claimed they were to monitor their infant son. Asked by Bell how she was sure, she testified the cameras were visible in the living room and near her son's crib. Ben Embry, the attorney representing Tyler, told the court Stephanie's story has changed multiple times. He said she previously testified she never brought spyware or tracking devices and later claimed they were bought to monitor her son. He asked her if she knew what perjury is. You can't lie. She responded. You can't lie. So she knows perjury. She knows she's perjuring herself in a sense.
I love that her name is Stephanie. I love that. That's the evil villain. That's the evil Batman villain over here.
Yeah.
It's Stephanie. It's Stephanie again.
And you should see her. She just looks like
She looks like a Stephanie.
Yeah.
I'd take her out on a date. I'd see what it's about.
Stephanie ain't a bad. She's not bad. All right.
Dude, I've said this before. We gotta do a case study on the attractive women cops and on the fucking shenanigans they get into.
I mean, it was the evil evil walk. I was like, there was Maleficent energy walking with
Yeah,
her.
dude.
I was like, damn, this dark aura is hot as fuck. She had the vibes of like one of those hot like Trump aides where she's like, I'm hot. And
Exactly. Pissed off.
Yeah. Right. Let me continue. On the stand, Stephanie then claimed she returned some of the cameras when asked by the judge where they were. I've never heard items were returned, she said a stunned Bell, who is like the
judge.
Yeah, the judge, who had detailed notes on the case in front of him. The officer then testifies that the GPS trackers she purchased were for her animals. But under cross-examination, she said she didn't believe those were the devices she put on her dog collars.
So far, she said that she didn't order this spy equipment. She did order the spy equipment, but it was for her to check on her infant. And that she did order it, but it was for the animals.
Yeah, sorry.
And also that actually he's spying on me.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up because she's just basically lying. I'm like, oh, wait, and then the judge is saying, no, that's not real. And then, yeah.
Yeah, it literally makes the story confusing to read, but it's just a web of lies.
Yeah. But very
She got caught. She got caught.
It's a worldwide web of lies
Yeah.
because all the whole lies are on her Amazon cart.
Yeah.
You can just go online and find.
Yeah.
But
Easily provable lies.
I'll finish this off. In 2016, Stephanie, who had the last name Audette, made headlines, not Cockring, made headlines after she admitted she hacked the phone belonging to an officer she was having an affair with.
Damn.
This is crazy. That officer's wife found out and blocked Stephanie's number, according to court records. Stephanie, then a fresh recruit to the force, had an employee at Verizon unblock her number. I'm assuming at gunpoint. Bitch.
Yeah.
Open.
Stephanie had him unblock the number. Seems like a thing most of us don't have the power to have Verizon employees do.
Unblock is not. I didn't know Verizon employees could do that.
Yeah.
They just could go and just unblock numbers like that.
Yeah. But when faced with the emotion of fearing for their lives, they seem to have a lot of abilities.
Yeah. And also Stephanie, as we see, is she's like half-wit tech savvy. Like she wants to be tech savvy, but it's just not working. She's like too easily caught. She's like, okay, I just need to hack the mainframe. And by that, I get a gun.
Yeah, I go to Verizon. Where's the mainframe? Google's Verizon store nearby.
Hacking the mainframe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some fucking pimply nerd.
Some kid, yeah.
Some swole guy who only works out. He just goes to the He's like, I work at the gym. And, all I do is work out and I work at Verizon.
Yeah, over the door, it smells like it's a vape everywhere. It's like...
But, okay, Stephanie, then a fresh recruit to the force, had an employee at Verizon unblock her number. The officer's wife then sued the city, Stephanie and Verizon, sparking a public scandal. I feel like this lady is well in her rights to do this.
Yeah.
Verizon is not allowed to do that. That's crazy. Stephanie, who met the officer when he pulled her over for a traffic infraction, so they didn't even meet working together.
She met on the other side of the law. Like, all these local articles, an officer found herself on the wrong side of the law. Like, that's how they met.
All the signs were there for this. Dude, red flags all over the place for this lady. Nobody picking up on this shit.
Yeah.
That is so fucking crazy. Yeah, Stephanie.
And that's like there's so much nonsense going on in the article that's like kind of swept over the rug. But I'm pretty sure that's a little bit of a conflict of interest where you're pulling someone over for a speeding infraction and then she asks you out on a date instead. That seems like that shouldn't be allowed.
Your wife is just suspicious of. Oh, why'd you pull them over? Now your wife needs. No, I didn't think she was hot. I just had what's it called whenever they like they're like suspicious. Where they just pull you over and they're like, we have
probable cause.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the wife is like, he has to like give probable cause even to the wife now.
But like, I also want to point out like the audacity, like the level of insanity of Stephanie. Like, besides doing all this illegal shit,
Dude.
like think about what's happening here. Like, okay, she's having an affair with a married guy who happens to also be. She turned getting pulled over into now we're having an affair. You're married, and then they gets caught, right? And instead of being like, oh damn, I got caught in my affair. I ruined a marriage. I'm a terrible person. Let me reflect on that. She is angry that now the man has blocked her. So she's like, fuck that. Now I'm the one who's being wronged. Let me go to Verizon and quote unquote make them
so
unblock me
crazy.
through Verizon.
This is a crazy. Listen, I know.
Which is the quote unquote hacking. Is this
Yeah.
hacking? Again, she's not doing nothing to the mainframe,
I
like you
know,
said.
and, like,
She's just pulling up in her
boy,
cop's
like,
uniform.
Open up the fucking computer.
Yeah.
Hack. That's so. Yeah. But let me get
Wild stuff.
Dude, it's crazy. I know we're not supposed to. This lady's crazy. Taylor has had. Okay,
Tyler,
sorry.
yeah.
And this is the guy who's like, this is
This is
the
the
cop.
poor guy.
I don't
Poor
know.
innocent cop.
But this poor innocent cop, Tyler, has had his own run-ins with internal affairs. Former police chief William Lansdowne suspended him in 2012 for using improper force and closing a door on a suspect's leg. Tyler's declined a request for an interview, but sent 10 Team a statement with his version of what happened. I handcuffed a guy selling weed in an elementary school. The department decided I shouldn't have handcuffed him because another officer just told him to leave, he said. But also, in 2018, Police Chief Shelley Zimmerman suspended Tyler again after he refused to give over his family's dog to animal control after it bit Stephanie Cockerill. He told Team 10 Animal Services the dog just knew. The dog was like, someone has to do something about this. Hey, all right, if you're not going to do it.
I love how they're both like cops who keep getting in trouble, and it's like they're kind of a perfect match for each other. But of course, it's gonna blow up. They're like, how can I trust you? You're on the Brady list. He's like, well, you're also on the Brady list.
You see, like, you think a toxic relationship is like there's just two couples beating each other, doing drugs. The other end of or the other flip side of another toxic type of relationship is this shit where it's like two just corrupt cops fucking each other and beating on the public and just coming back and spying on each other while coming back to beat on the public. And they'll probably find love.
40%ing each other, like you said.
They're probably going to find love.
I had a hard day. I had a hard day today, too. Well, on guard.
He's going to be, this Tyler dude's going to have his baton. He's going to be beaten like a suspect unjustifiably. And then he's going to, as he's beaten, he's going to see another baton crack the guy's skull open. He's going to be like, who the fuck? And he's going to look up. He's gonna see Stephanie. It's you. And then he's just gonna fall all in love all over again, slowly beating a innocent man.
He starts putting a baggie of coke in his pants, only for him to meet another hand in the same pocket. Looks up. Oh my God! Love at first sight.
She's turning his body cam off. He's turning her body.
That's when I knew.
Hell is before the way you look at me. What are those montage songs?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, whatever. All right, we got to finish the story. We're done. We're done here. But
We're done with that horse shit. So last story for today's episode, our main episode. We're going to San Francisco. I'll be reading here from the SF Standard. For several years, the P320 pistol made by New Hampshire-based Sig Sauer has reportedly been firing at times without the trigger being pulled. A 2022 federal lawsuit filed by more than 20 law enforcement officers claimed the gun injured them. The suit alleges that there had been more than 100 other incidents of the gun firing due to malfunction. In some cases, the gun reportedly went off while in holster.
This is a big story. This is a big story in gun world. We are like, this is gonna go on YouTube. We're late to the party. I hope people give us gun. Y'all, the guys who are really.
We should have some gun people listening to this podcast. I really think so. You believe in your rights?
Yeah.
You should be on our side.
Also, the guys who are into the story are not going to like our podcast. So they're going to be like, oh, no, wait a minute now.
Well, look, you could skip some parts you don't like, but you should agree with some of the messaging we got here.
It'll all be cops. But no, this is a big...
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Still, look, we want what's best for you.
Yeah, we're reporting on literally them. Hey, that story's about me.
Cool.
What? But, look, Mom, on TV.
He was like in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
I made it to Cops the podcast. But no, this is a big ass like that. You know, when your YouTube algorithm, I don't know why my YouTube algorithm has like gun shit, but I saw it on Twitter. Oh, that's why. I saw it on Twitter and I was like, no way. And then it's just such an awesome little world to see like the white gun nuts, you know, the guys who want to use it on, not all of them, but a lot of them who are like, They're just like reserved race war soldiers.
Exactly.
And they're all just like
In this household, we don't call 911.
yeah.
We just kill people.
We take justice into our own hands. But yeah, it's just a big ass. They're all making TikToks. There's gun talk is going crazy, just showing.
So what? So what is so?
The gun-
so they're the ones who discovered that this gun was malfunctioning.
And it's a big controversy to the point where like even so you'll see all these TikToks of a guy of just like a regular guy, kind of dressed like me, got a little beer hat on, and the classic iridescent Oakley shades where it's
Sure,
like
yeah.
I don't know what color that is. It's like tie-dye.
Not rainbow. Not it ain't rainbow.
Whoa,
Hey, whoa, hey, oh, hey.
It's translucent.
It's just all the colors of the spectrum of light. That don't make it no rainbow.
It's iridescent, all right? Ain't nothing gay about a little iridescent.
This man, you said rainbow. Say that again.
Whoa. This collection of these colors don't run. All right? But no, it is a weird ass like glasses.
Yes, yeah.
And they're all just like, look, they're even being ironic about it. They're making content. They're like, ain't nothing wrong with this. Bang.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I mean, and it's some of the most dangerous content I've ever seen because some of them are just like, yeah, as you can see, this gun, it's perfectly like they're being ironic about it because they're like, at 6 hour, they never give you a gun that you just touch. The problem with the gun is you literally can touch it and it goes off. It is, but the gun is very, very sensitive. You touch it and it literally just bang. And I guess like the way they're like talking about how it's designed to the point where the 6 hour CEO came out like in a video 8 days ago and was like, here at 6 hour, it's nothing but top of the line machinery and machinations that go into building our equipment. And in all the comments like, except for the factory in India where my gun's from, and it's just like where they don't care about quality. And it's just like it's a lot of it's racist, but it's
They're not concerned for the labor practices going on there. I get what you're saying.
No.
So that's that article. Let's jump cut to this other article by 404 Media. DC National Guard is being trained to carry pistols known to fire at random. So while the San Francisco police are getting rid of these guns, Trump's federal police is now training with the random-ass firing guns. The D.C. National Guard may soon be patrolling the streets of our nation's capital with a handgun famous for firing on its own. Following news that National Guard troops in D.C. would soon carry weapons, journalist Marissa KAWPS of the Handbasket reported that members of the Guard on duty in D.C. were being sent to firing ranges to make sure they know their way around M17 pistols. M17 is the military variant of the Sig Sauer P320, a handgun famous for accidental discharges. Controversy has swirled around the weapon in gun nerd circles for years as the number of incidents where it fires on its own has stacked up. Multiple shooting ranges won't allow the P320 on the premises. ICE told its agents to stop using the gun, and a recently leaked 2024 FBI report confirmed it's prone to fire at random. That's terrifying.
It's gonna be. It's terrifying, but it's also gonna be some Looney Tune ass. This goes in line with this Looney Tune ass administration that they try to take over DC and go in all these black neighborhoods trying to be this imposing force, and they come in and they're like, as soon as they try to even, it looks scary, and you see an army of people, but then that army of people start shooting themselves in the nuts. You're like, oh wait, it's like an art. It's literally this gun is the equivalent of like stepping on a rake. Like you're literally about to just fucking hurt it's self-inflicted wounds. Like all guns, honestly, SIG needs to make guns for everybody because I truly believe a gun should not. I think if every gun just only shot the person who used it, we wouldn't have gun violence.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
or just like at least just fires at random. It makes you think like, wow, what if someone was in that path?
That
could have seriously injured someone.
Every 25%, one comes back at you.
Yeah.
So you got to play Russian roulette with your own gun.
Yeah.
I think that's the,
But I think, unfortunately, for ICE, they're probably like, look, we gave you guns that fire off at random just to make extra sure that you're firing those bullets.
I wasn't startled. My gun was.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Also that. Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm not surprised by anything anymore.
Yeah. No, that shit is crazy. And you think the people, they're such gun nuts in the government.
Yeah.
You would think they're the ones who are like, I need top of the line.
Yeah.
Sig Sauer, but I bet it's like, who knows, like how much money Sig Sauer puts into the hands.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, that ultimately that's what it's gonna be. Some contract, you know, it's all contracts. It's all money being large sums of money being exchanged between powerful people. They don't care if the gun fires off randomly occasionally. Who cares?
It's like we're offering $50,000 a year. We'll get new employees. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure those guns are going
No,
off.
that's probably actually how they don't have to pay out that full $50,000 a year. Just like, all right, at some point, and then they will get them to kill all the blackies and everything, and then at some point the gun takes them out. It's like the joke. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do too bad.
Let's do another Batman reference. Let's do it. We've been talking in the voice all episode.
I'm not doing.
Is there? I didn't know there was a line for you of how many comic book references you allow yourself.
At some point I gotta be like, no, I need more reference. I gotta go read a book. Dude.
Oh, really? Yeah. There's not a Shakespeare reference here.
You know what? Brutus and Caesar. That was me earlier, but also
yeah,
that was a joke I do. So,
yeah.
fuck.
That's what you thought when I was doing my Batman voice. You were like E2 Brute.
Yeah. You.
Yeah.
No, but at the beginning of Batman, The Dark Knight, Joker has all his each criminal takes out one criminal, and he gets to keep all the money.
Yeah.
So that's what the government's
That's a
doing.
great reference. I knew where you were going with it. Why'd you stop it?
Because I didn't want to make fucking 17.
Yeah.
I know other things than Batman.
This crazy up and down world. The best way to make sense of all of it is just DC comic book movies.
It's like when the Court of Owls.
What would Christopher Nolan make of all this?
when Raga Azul. Whatever the fuck his name.
Anyways, that's it for this episode. Appreciate y'all listening, bearing with us.
Good episode, gang.
And join us on the Patreon. We got more for y'all. Have a good day.
Peace.